Bing, bong, bong. We're on. We're here. Are we? You good?
I'm here.
Yeah. Decent. Fucking headset. A fucking thing. You ever get it where it sits horrible on your ears?
Nope.
Fuck. I'll have to deal with it. That's annoying. Hi, everyone.
Hi, guys.
We've both been on a night shift. I think we're both a bit tired.
Very tired.
What
Very
time did you get in?
Not late.
Not late.
No, it weren't really a night shift. I did like 4 till 12.
Yeah, fair enough then. What, 4 in the afternoon? So, fair enough. Yeah, I got back at like...
Mate, the wind was wild, though. I thought it was going to smash the glass.
Yeah, it was mental, wasn't it?
Crazy.
Like I say, the fucking wind assist on the van kept kicking in. It was fucking... Van thought it was going to flip over. Good fun spraying chemical and that. Just straight back in your mouth. I'm almost certain it's not doing me any good.
Nah, that's how you lose your hair, mate.
Yeah, it's great. But... Gaming.
That's what we're here for. That's what they've tuned in for.
No Man's Sky did an update. You see that?
I see him posting some stuff, but I haven't seen what it is.
Fucking guilds have now been implemented. Ship customization
Finally.
has been implemented. What else was there? There was a nice little list. It looked like quite a decent update, to be fair. Is that messing me? Fuck off. No Man's Sky. Orbital update, I think is what it was called.
Orbital update brings a complete overhaul to space stations, a new guild system, ship customization, and more.
Very cool. It's in the trailer for it, yeah?
I'll turn it down.
No, you're good.
I'll turn it up.
They can listen to it.
Listen to this, guys.
Featuring new shops and activities, stations are now uniquely customized based on system, race, and locale.
I thought they were that anyway.
I don't know.
Obviously not if they've done an update to it. Ship customization. Sound, engine improvements.
Oh, UI looks clean.
Yeah, I saw that.
Liking that, bruv.
Yeah, it's nice, man.
Oh, you're dinking around the colours and that, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, I might need a little fucking revisit, eh?
Oh, finally. 'Cause the amount of times I wanted to buy a shit like, but I don't like the colour and that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a bit of a tasty one. The guild sounds cool.
I can't wait for that fucking their RPG game thing. That's gonna be so fire.
Yeah. Yeah.
Double decent. Yeah, I like the look of that. When I get back on my space hype, I'm gonna check that out.
It truly is one of the best space games ever made.
For sure.
It's incredible. As someone was pointing out, it's basically a fucking MMO now, more or less. Now that you've introduced guilds and shit like that, just an MMO sandbox. And what I really like about it is if we were to jump back in now, obviously it's been months since we last played it, but if we were to delve back into No Man's Sky, because there's a story, but once it's done, it's done. That overwhelming feeling is present, but not completely present. If that makes sense, because you're not missing out on any story as such. It's just there might be new features, and you can just figure them out as you go. But as far as quests go, there's nothing. You know what I mean?
The game is the game.
Yeah. It's just a sandbox.
It's what you do, what you make.
I miss my fleet, man. I had a fucking fat fleet. I had it all maxed out. I loved it.
Yeah, you grinded that game.
I was all over that shit. I'm sure if I were to jump back into it, I'd be like, oh, fucking hell, what is going on? But, what a good game. Is that update's come out now, is it?
They normally do. Where there'll be, when he drops them emojis, bruv. That means it's out or coming out very soon.
So when your fucking space obsession comes back, you can fucking jump onto that.
It's creeping.
Someone pointed out now that they've introduced ship customization. There really is no reason to play Starfield.
Yeah, very much.
The game that died a death. That flagship.
Yeah, it's a shame that.
I was watching some more. Well, I won't say more. It was just that gameplay trailer for the Shadow of the Erdtree. Again, I can't wait, man. That's gonna be so good. Even it's gonna be so good to the point that the director of Final Fantasy has not pushed back, but set the date for Dawn Trail a week after the Elden Ring DLC comes out, because he was basically in his press thing, he was like, I'll give you 1 week to play it and then you can come back.
But he also said he's done that because he wants to play it.
He wants to play it, yeah, 100%.
Which I want to see more of.
Which is fair enough.
That's not like, it's going to affect us. It's, I want to play this myself.
Yeah,
and I want everyone to enjoy it. There's no rivalry there. It's just, this is a brilliant game also. So
yeah, I don't blame him. It's a fucking crazy game.
They've got a Final Fantasy 16 crossover event coming up now in Final Fantasy Online.
Yeah.
So you can get Clive's outfit and the little Torgal, the little dog as a mount and as a companion and stuff like that. So I'll be checking that out, all being that I cancelled myself last week.
Yeah, I need to cancel mine, to be fair, because I'm slowly getting back into the fucking grips of WoW as per. But yeah, I need to...
I'll be back for that event though.
I don't know if you've got to be max level for it.
You've got to be level 50 and I've done I can't remember what it's called, the ultimate weapon mission, which we've done.
We've done. Yeah, we've done.
So you need to do that. And
that's the end of A Realm Reborn.
That's all you need to do to activate it.
Fair enough.
I was watching a YouTube video, I meant to send it to you, of what to prepare for Elden Ring, and it's saying anywhere between a level 100 to 150. I mean, that's the optimal. It doesn't matter too much. But yeah, you definitely need to have killed that blood guy.
Yeah.
Which I still haven't done on my main account.
Yeah, it's a tough one, man.
Morg.
Yeah. But is that just in general, or is that on your current fucking new game plus whatever?
I haven't gone to New Game Plus.
Because I feel I may need to fucking go back on it then, because I think the last New Game Plus, I don't think I cleared it. I think I started clearing it and then I was like, I can't be arsed, and stopped.
Yeah, you definitely need to, because that's how you enter the DLC. Right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I did think how with that. I've always thought that'd be quite a cool one, because obviously that's an optional boss. There's no real reason to be going there to kill that boss in terms of story. And I was thinking when I was watching the trailer again yesterday, I was like, that would be really cool for the people that haven't killed him yet, if they have to go and almost like you're stuck behind that wall until you can get into the DLC, which is only fair enough. It's not the worst boss in the world, but it definitely weren't the funnest.
Oh, he was fucking hard, bro. He was proper hard.
Tough cunt. But the shackle works on him as well.
Oh, right, the one you can use for Matey Bob.
Yeah, for Margit, the first one. Yeah, the shackle works on them both, but I think it's only got a limited use within I think it's got like a diminishing returns thing. But yeah, I think it took me a couple of attempts to kill him. Just that blood everywhere, man. That fucking blood loss shit.
I was watching people saying the real OGs are the ones that killed Radahn before his nerf. I remember killing Radahn before his nerf. He was tough.
I can't remember when I killed him, before or after the nerf.
He was fucking nails.
I definitely know when I killed Radahn, it was very easy. So mine was maybe after the nerf, because I barely had to do anything, man.
He was a joke, bro. He is an absolute joke. He was a lot of the reason a lot of people put the game down. Because before I even got to him, all over Twitter was like, I can't do this, and I can't bang my head against this wall any longer. Because it's frustrating, because you come back to life and you have to go down a lift or whatever it is, or use the portal, and you can like summon loads of different soldiers to charge across, and then you have to go all the way up there, and sometimes you die before you even got to him. And oh mate, he was fucking nails, that geezer.
Yeah, because I remember fighting through the castle and not quite realising where I was, but obviously I'd seen lots of clips of Radahn before, and I knew I wanted his fucking weapons, and yeah, fight. I think I'm pretty sure I took the easy way through that castle because there was 2 entrances to it. One where you had to fight through fucking everything, and the other one where you sort of like slip in through the back, and then that's it. And I think I went through that way, and then you're talking to everyone, and then boom, you take that portal, and then you're on the battlefield. And I was like, oh my god! And then expecting a really hard fight, and for me it was piss. Like I just went around those portals, summoned everyone, and they sort of did everything, and my mimic tier just cracked on.
I'm thinking that I'm gonna start a new character, and I'm gonna play a mage.
Yeah, you reckon?
Dragon's Dogma has unleashed something in me that I didn't know was in me.
You want to be a fucking mage?
I like it. It's a good feeling.
Yeah. Powerful feeling.
It is powerful, but also you're very like. The thing is, like, whenever like there's a problem, I'm like standing there zapping them, shooting them, doing whatever I'm doing. But as soon as I see one of their heads clock towards me, turn around and run.
Yeah, you're running.
Because if they get hold of me, I'm done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But there's been a couple of times like Rain's come in and like rugby tackled them off me, and I'm like, that's my boy. There's a moment the other day. This game, bro. Oh, this game is doing some serious work. The other day I jumped off this ledge by accident. I didn't jump. I knocked off this ledge. I didn't even know this could happen. It was certain death because it was a fair distance. One of my pawns caught me.
Yeah.
Didn't know they could do that.
Yeah, they can catch you.
I was like, I got you, sir. So, I fucking love you. Oh, what a game! You've seen them clips I've been putting up. Obviously, I've still got so many more. I just wanted to put one up. That
fucking eagle one or whatever was going on when you're in that. Yeah, when you're chatting that person there, he just come in the back. I was like, that is perfect.
Yeah.
If we were some big time fucking presence on social media, that shit would have gone viral 100%. I was like, that is fantastic. I love that.
And there was like a split second where I thought, like no one's reacting. Then Matey Bob starts pulling his bow out. You know what I mean? I'm just like, oh yeah, this is sick.
I was thinking, I was like, just gonna let everyone die while you're in this scene. No,
that's great.
I know what you mean though by that. We're melee people. It's understood.
For sure.
In an RPG setting, fantasy fucking world, we like swords and axes and fucking being up close.
Everyone's got their preference. You like massive weapons. I like one long sword, nothing else, but a really cool looking sword. That's my preference.
Yeah, so I want it as big as fucking possible. I want it ridiculous for me to be swinging this around.
I see the things you were bopping about with on Elden Ring, and you had 2 of them.
Yeah, I want the fucking massive weapons. It's just how I roll. But there's something to be said about being one of those types of people and then jumping onto a caster because it's so alien.
Oh yeah, I've never done it, and I've played almost every RPG you can imagine.
Yeah, the idea of having to, because you go from being essentially a berserker, getting up close and personal, and just brute forcing your way through everything. And if you start taking serious amounts of damage, well, your character is designed to be up close and personal, so therefore it's designed in a way to deal with that incoming damage. And yet, as a caster, like you said a second ago, you got a kite. You got to run away. You can't. You're a glass cannon. There's only very few casters that can take a serious punch, and very few and far between.
It's a cool feeling because I'm that guy that if you're a melee character and you're in a group of enemies, you take the mage out first.
Yeah.
Because they're at the back and they're powerful. They're healing people. They're zapping you.
Yeah, you're getting fucked.
You need to take them out.
You're
first.
the easier target.
Yeah, and I'm the dangerous one. So you need to get rid of. So it's a nice feeling to have that, but it's also like. It's like I'm playing an RPG for the first time. Obviously, I'm playing this for the first time. But the genre as a whole, it's like unlocking a whole new section of my mind that I've never had to use before. So I'm looking at like getting higher ground and staying well away from everybody and just up there zapping. And as soon as anyone comes near me, I'm just levitating. Yeah, I'm levitating over a cavern onto another ledge somewhere, and then they'll have to climb down, climb up. It takes them ages. So yeah, in that aspect, it's been really cool to do. Plus, it just looks cool. I've turned auto sheath off, so like I can just have my weapon out whenever.
Yeah. But
the staff that I use he like walks along. It's like a stick
like
that you walk along with it.
Yeah,
it's so cool.
It's one of them where when you're playing a caster and you're playing it well, and all the pieces of the puzzle are fucking slotted into place, and it's working. It looks incredible and it feels incredible, and you know that on the other side, whatever you're attacking, you've been in that position before where you're being attacked by a mage or something like that, and it's fucking unbearable when you can't get anywhere near them because, like you say, they keep going to a different platform, keep fucking blinking away from you, whatever, slowing you down. But I feel like it is just when it goes wrong, fucking hell, it's just you're over so quick.
Oh mate, there's been a couple of times I've been fighting like the big monsters and that. If they grab me, it's game over. If they don't get me out of their hands quick, I'm dead.
You're fucked. Well, it's like when we're doing a bit of PvP in Elden Ring. Any casters in PvP on Elden Ring are hindered because most of the abilities are quite easy to fucking dodge out of the way. They're quite slow, and if they hit you, it hit like a fucking truck. But at the same time, you'd come up against people that are summoning fucking comets and different worlds at you, bopping with my sword and they're dead. One hit, you're gone. Very, very, very odd.
The trouble is with them, you got to get in, like they've got on Elden Ring, I remember them having very specific abilities that they had in other Souls games as well. Like the orbs that they could cast around themselves. And if you got close to them, they start pinging off. But you don't know when they're going to ping off. You don't know the exact timing. And then if they all hit you, you're fucked.
You're fucked, yeah, you've done it.
So you got to be... If one hits you, you're staggered, and then they can get another spell off. It's an interesting cat and mouse gameplay thing. Plus, you don't... Until they've started unleashing spells, you don't know what they're using. So you got to preempt what it is that they're casting and stuff. Yeah, I'm definitely going to give the old... the mage a try. But I switched up from mage on Dragon's Dogma to sorcerer.
What's the difference?
Mage is more like healer. So you're healing your party more than anything. Where sorcerer is more just damage. So like I say, I'm summoning like bolts of lightning down. I can smash my staff off the floor and it raises the ground like big pillars of stone come out. I cast like blizzard mist that freezes things. And I can throw like a wall of fire out. And then obviously I can enchant whatever I want to fire straight from the staff. They're like my main abilities that I'm using at the moment. I want to unlock the Mystic Spear hand.
Yeah, I see they're the one that can use basically anything, in there.
But I don't know how to unlock it. I thought I'd have to max like Sorcerer out, which I've done now. But I haven't unlocked it, and I don't want to Google it, so I'm just waiting until it appears. I unlocked a weird one. It's like a lantern kind of thing on a chain. And you can swing it around.
The Trickster.
Yeah, I unlocked that. I haven't used it yet. I'm still on the Sorcerer.
Yeah, Tricksters are meant to be... I've seen a couple of clips of Tricksters and they look quite cool. They can like turn into some ghostly apparition and fucking summon things like as a decoy or whatever, and yeah, they look quite interesting.
It's very unique. I had a interesting moment. I was walking through a new town. I got to a new city, and this geezer started giving it large, and he was like, "Do you want a one-on-one fight?" No, I didn't even get a choice. I was like, "Yeah, I haven't got a choice in this." So he wanted to fight me one-on-one, or he's going to take my gold. But I wasn't allowed my pawns in the fight, so it's just me versus him. As soon as the fight started, he just rushed me. I couldn't do anything because it takes time to cast.
Yeah.
So I don't know whether it was on me or that's on the game, because I didn't have time to like move out the way or nothing. But yeah, it's some of the most dynamic, immersive gameplay I've ever had.
But there's no dodge mechanic, is there? There's no dodge button.
In some classes there are, but not major. Like the thief and that, you've got like a dedicated dodge button and stuff like that. So it just depends on the class itself. I had a quest where, and this is why I think the game's so fantastic. I've had a quest where I had to protect some princess bird, from being assassinated because she had an attempt on her life. So they was like, "I'll go in the morning to the palace while she's doing a speech or whatever. Look for a geezer. He's got his hair tied up and he's got a wounded right arm from the last time he attempted the assassination." So I went there. Cool. I was looking around at everybody trying to find one. I thought, That geezer's got an injured right arm, but he ain't got his hair tied up, so it's not him. Blah, blah, blah. Walking around, couldn't see nothing. All of a sudden, I don't know if I did something that I shouldn't have, walked in an area I shouldn't have, but the guards just twisted up on me, started going mad. I was like, fucking hell. I tried to fight back. They overwhelmed me, thinking they were just going to kill me, but they didn't. They put me face down in the dirt and just fucking cuffed me up, put me in a jail somewhere. So now I'm in jail, thinking, what the fuck have I done? Don't know how to get out. I've managed to, because they take everything. They take all your weapons, all your rings. You're just in some prisoner clothes. And it was like, it's like in a prison, like, you know, in Game of Thrones where Tyrion's in that hole in the wall.
Yeah.
And it's just a drop. It was like that. It was sick. So I smashed up some bricks on the floor. I managed to find a little key, let myself out, worked my way through the castle.
Found a key?
Yeah, found a key in there.
Of course.
Of course it is. I mean, there's other ways out. You can bribe the guards and all that sort of shit, but that was just...
That hole in the wall shit's fucking... There ain't no way you're ever getting out of a prison like that. Just gates and then
live here or kill yourself. So, yeah, I escaped out of there, found my gear, and then managed to get out of the jail. But I was in like a proper deep area of the palace that I've never seen. So I was like finding all sorts of gear and clothes and items, and it was sick. Anyway, I got back out of there, went back to the palace, and still could search for the assassin. And then because of what happened, I was fuming. I was like, I was disrespected. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah.
So I found the assassin, and I was like, whatever, innit? Do your thing. He did.
Oh.
he ran up on this bitch, sliced her throat, bro.
Yeah. Said, whatever, go on, bro.
Yeah, go on, do your thing. The fucking cat woman, whatever she was that hired me, she helped me get into the city originally because it's like a bistron city, so you're only really allowed in there for a cat thing. So she actually, I thought it weren't for her, I wouldn't have been able to get in. So she come up to me and she was like, I can't believe we've let this happen.
I can't believe you've done this.
I can't believe you've done this. Yeah, I can't believe we've let this happen. She's dead, rah, rah, rah. And then, so she's dead. So we've gone into like a little room with like a little dialogue thing. And her like second in command, she was like, look, someone needs to be punished for this. And as you hired matey Bob, it's on you. So the person that helped me get into the city has now been like extradited into some volcanic prison because I let the assassin kill this fucking princess. But I only let that happen because the guards fucked me over in the first place. But it come up, quest failed.
Yeah.
Because obviously you're supposed to save her, but I didn't. But the game's not like, oh, retry. It's just like, well, that's it.
Yeah, that's that done.
So now this bird's like, oh, I'm going to go say my bye-byes. And now she's fucking
in
my volcanic prison somewhere, which I know you can go to. So I'm going to find her and try and break her out at some point in the future.
Yeah.
But the fact that is all the dynamic stuff that I'm just letting happen and letting the game drive what I want to do. It's genius. I had a fight fucking right out on this mountain somewhere, and I was scrapping, and this fucking trader was like getting like proper shook. He was like hiding behind a little mountain cliff thing. He was like, oh, save me. And then when I cast all my lightning bolts down, he thought that was the right opportunity to run through the centre of it.
Great.
So yeah, and I felt terrible. So I carried his corpse for about 45 minutes. Every time I got into a battle, putting his corpse down.
Yeah.
And yeah, just eventually I reached like a tavern or a town or wherever it was. Took him into the tavern, went into my inventory, withdrew one of my very precious wake stones, which is a revived crystal, cracked it over him and revived the geezer. Because I felt bad.
You couldn't have just done that there and then?
I didn't have one.
Oh.
I keep them all in my inventory.
What happens if you die?
Then I just die. I have to load.
Oh.
I normally carry one, but I'd already used it.
Oh, right.
Because obviously you've got inventory space or capacity. So I like to, because it's very like, go out light, collect loads of resources, go back, put it in your box. You know what I mean? It's very much like that. So I normally carry one of them, one fairy stone, one white crystal, fucking fort crystal. I don't use any of them anyway, but I carry one of each. So yeah, I didn't have one, so I carried his body just because I felt bad.
And what did he do when you revived him?
Nothing. Just said I could sell some stuff or buy some stuff. Didn't even give me a good price. But you can also like give them all the NPCs. Has got their own like screen in the menu. You can look at every single NPC you've come across. They've all got a name, everything. Any single NPC in the game you can give gifts to, and then like grow an affinity towards each other and stuff. And like they'll give you better prices or rah rah rah. It's a very fucking cool game.
It's a shame it's not online, really.
They did do a Dragon's Dogma online, didn't they?
Did they?
Yeah.
Didn't go well, no?
I don't think so. I never heard about it other than that there was a Dragon's Dogma online. I don't know if it's still going or not, but
Shall we have a look?
But it might have more of a resurgence or a chance to do another one now that this has come out of the blocks.
I think it's very difficult to do live service. Dragon's Dogma was a massive MMO developed and published by Capcom for PlayStation 3, 4 and Windows in 2015. As of 2019, the servers have been shut down. So there will be no resurgence.
No, but I mean, like, there could be a new one, if you know what I mean. Because it's come out and everyone's, like, singing its praises.
Due to the development efforts invested in Dark Arisen, an expanded version of the original game, production on Dragon's Dogma Online had to be halted. Rather than a true sequel, Dragon's Dogma Online was designed as an expansion and refinement of the original concept. So they were just working on other shit, and I'd imagine there weren't enough of a player base to continue. By the sounds of it, they just weren't making enough money off of that. So let's pump the resources into something else, which is fair enough. That's how the fucking gaming industry works. If not everyone has 99% of people don't have the money to just make something for the fun of it. So yeah.
Yeah, it's a very cool game. I'm having a lot of fun with it.
Crazy how games like that don't last, but then a game like RuneScape, do you know how many people still play RuneScape?
It's that second, third most popular MMO.
It's ridiculous, and it's not even current RuneScape. That's old school RuneScape. Is like vanilla RuneScape is one of the biggest played MMOs in the world, and has been for a very long time. I think that was the very first MMO I ever played. I still remember the login screen when you had to pick what fucking quality you'd want to play in. It was great. And then the creator of RuneScape is now making another game that is basically just the same as RuneScape, but a little bit shinier.
Fair enough. That's normally how it goes. Yeah, that's. I ain't got nothing else to say. I'm all out of shit. Them Dragon's Dogma clips, you need to bang them on TikTok, bro.
We need to fucking send them to me.
You can just download them, though.
Can you?
Yeah, you just download them off of the Instagram.
Yeah, I'll put them on there.
Because I've put them on Twitter, look. And because I've downloaded them off Instagram, comes up automatically at the top.
With the Instagram?
What's the Buttons podcast?
Oh, fair enough.
Cool.
Yeah. All right, I'll do that then. Hold on, lad. Let me fucking...
I had one of my geezers from work. He popped in the other day because he's the geezer that just plays Ark, and he's trying to get away from it.
Yeah.
So he's playing his PS5. He bought the PS Portal, actually.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. He's been bringing it into work and playing it.
How is that working?
It seems all right.
Yeah.
Because I've got him on God of War, haven't I?
Oh, have you?
Yeah,
Decent.
Got him on God of War. I said, look, if you want to start from the tippy toppy of the mountain and work your way down the shit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you want to start with something like that. Basically, because it's part of the PlayStation collection, if you subscribe to PS Plus, you get it for free, innit? So
yeah.
He's playing that on the Portal.
Decent.
Screen's massive, runs fine. So yeah, he's enjoying it. But yeah, I digress. He popped in the other day when we got back, and I was showing him like Dragon's Dogma and stuff like that. And because he's a big Ark fan, and whenever I talk to him about games similar to that, being DayZ,
Sorry, you'll have to send them to me because it's not fucking letting me download them.
He's always getting gassed about DayZ in it. So I sent him. I showed him DayZ round mine, and a character that I've had since before Christmas. Yeah, is now dead.
Why? Well, recently?
Yeah, he died on Tuesday because I was showing him because where I was, like,
What, he come round yours and you were showing him
Yeah, he popped
something
round
and then you
after
fucking
work.
died?
he popped round after work and I
Oh,
shot a show him.
my
Which it
God.
didn't bother me. I had loads of gear, but because I hadn't played it in so long, I was like, whatever.
Yeah.
But where I was pitched up, it was like where the Christmas tree was. That's how I
Yeah.
know it was at Christmas, because I was logging in, running out, getting Christmas presents,
And then coming back in.
bringing them in, locking the door, and yeah, that was what I was doing. But yeah, so I was just showing him, like, I don't know how you craft stuff. I was shooting zombies at long range with my SKS or whatever it is I had. But obviously I was firing so many bullets, someone was bound to fucking hear me. And yeah, someone fired at me. Couldn't work out where it was. So I went, what did I do? That's what I did. I went down the stairs a bit and I popped a little landmine down. Because I've never used one before. It's the first time I've ever had one. I was like, fuck it, I'll just use it. So I popped a landmine down. Couldn't work out how to place it. Ended up getting it down. Walked back up the stairs. We waited for about 10 minutes, hoping the geezer was going to fucking come in and then blow up. But he didn't. So I peeked my head out again and it went, you're dead. So fuck. So yeah, that was fine. It didn't matter.
He
was
sniped you, did he?
Yeah, he sniped me somewhere. I don't know where he
He
was.
was waiting for you to peek out and went bang.
But the cool thing is, he knows he's headshot me. So what's he going to do? He's going to come over and try and loot my body.
So he might fucking.
He's going to
get
tread
the
on that
old
landmine.
bangy
There's no way he
bangy.
can avoid it. There's no way he can avoid it unless somehow he sees that, which no one looks out for landmines because they're rare as rocking horse shit. He's going to get blown up. The only sad part is you can't see him get blown up.
Yeah.
But you know he's dead.
I'd love to like see a clip of like this person headshotting someone in a fucking house, then running up and looting it, and just boom, legs blow off.
Yeah, that's exactly what would have happened as well.
Do you have to set the landmine when you put it down, or you just place that?
He plays it. Well, this is what I mean. I'm not 100% sure. I put it down.
You might have just dropped it.
Yeah. No, I definitely placed it because there's a difference between dropping it and placing it. So I placed it, but I don't know, how do you test
How
it?
yeah.
Tread on it.
Yeah. How do you? Let me just go and test the landmines quick.
So, yeah, he's definitely dead, I'd imagine. But then I started up the... I said, well, let me show you the new game experience, because obviously this is what it's going to be most of the time. So I started up, run about a bit. I wasn't really too concerned because, I'm just showing him. It doesn't matter if I win, lose, die, whatever. Showing him how the looting works and stuff. And it was pissing down the rain, so I showed him what I would normally do. So I was showing him how to, like, craft, like, a fireplace or make fire just out of... All you need is a knife, basically.
Yeah.
And you can get the bark off the trees and the sticks and stuff, put them in a fireplace, blah, blah, blah. So I made a little fire just to get warm, showed him, like, drying out the clothes and that. And then I said, the problem with a fire is obviously the smoke comes out of chimneys. It's very obvious that you're in a building. So I went over to the front door and I opened the front door and there's this geezer like sneaking his way towards the house. So I unmuted the thing and I was like, hello, you wanna come in? I've got a fire and that. You wanna
We'll warm up.
You wanna come and touch my fire? And he was like, no thank you. So I bet you don't, because you were trying to sneak up on me.
Yeah, you're trying to kill me.
So,
weasel.
So he sprinted off. So I just sprinted after him just for bants. And I was like, come back. I was like, do you need food? He was like, no, thank you. I was like, okay. I need food. Have you got any food? He was like, no, thank you. And then, I carried on chasing him. I was like, you are the food. He was like, no. Literally chased this geezer, man, for so long. Like, through fucking fields, trees, fucking everything. Because we were both sprinting, we both had no items, so we both ran out of stamina at the same time. Whenever I did end up getting close to him, I'd swing, but he'd get away because I only had the axe. I got my gun out, and I was like, I'm going to shoot you. He was like, you've got no bullets. I was like, how do you know? He's like, you'd have shot me already.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I chased this geezer. Anyway, he made it to another town. He lost me, kind of. I had an idea where he was. So I was like stalking around this town looking for him. I jumped up on a roof and I was like sitting down on the top of the roof of this house and I saw him running about. He went in a building. I jumped down off the building. He come out. As he come out, I sliced him with the axe. He went, oh, for fuck's sake! Sprinted off again. I just let him go. So I climbed back up on the roof, and then I see him. He's found a gun, so he's doubling back now.
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
see him running round through all the houses, looking through the windows with his gun, looking for me. Once again, he's fucking walked into a building. I've jumped down as he's come out. I've whacked him again. He's shot. He's missed. Zombies have hoarded him. Fucking blah blah. I've hit him a few more times. He's bleeding. He's limping. He's like, you fucking bastard. Boom. Down he went.
Mid-sentence.
Then all the zombies started whacking me out. I was trying to get away. They've knocked me out. So I'm bleeding. I've got fucking too many cuts. I ain't got enough bandages. So I've tried to get to his body. Literally like crawling slowly, like proper slow. Just about to get to his body. Boom. Dead. I was like, oh man. But it was such a cool like experience to show someone. Like that is DayZ.
Yeah, well, now
It's
you
the-
just go again.
It's the story that you tell, isn't it? And there is the permanence of the game. If you want to build a base, you can always go somewhere. You can always have somewhere to go
Yeah,
back
yeah,
to.
yeah.
You can always have items, so you aren't starting from scratch. But you have to get back there, which is also very difficult to do.
And building a base in DayZ is a cunt.
Yeah, it's not an easy
The
experience.
resources and everything you need is fucking. It's crazy to be able to build it. That's the type of shit where, if you want to build a really decent base, you do it with other people.
No, yeah, you
Do
need
it as a
help,
fucking
really.
group.
I mean, you can do it solo, but it's going to be difficult. That's why I'm
Mm.
more of a... If I do it, and I've done it a couple of times, I'll just bury a bag of items. And then all you need is like a hoe or a fucking shovel or pickaxe or something, and then you can just fucking dig it up.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
easier than building a gaff, and safer, because no one wants to fucking break it down because they don't know where your stuff is. So yeah, I showed him that, and he went to buy it, and it was like 45 quid. I said, wait for sale.
45 quid?
Yeah. It was
What?
Big bucks. Deluxe.
What for fucking...
Yeah.
What, I'll take it including the DLC.
I don't think so. It's just the
What?
base game on PlayStation.
What base
Store.
game fucking... Let me have a look at that. I don't fucking believe that. But that is from the PlayStation app though, to be fair. They'll have to fucking rip everyone off, don't they?
Yeah, it was... but it always goes on sale. So I said, just wait. It will go on sale
Oh,
soon.
well, it's on sale now. Yeah, even then, the DayZ Livonia bundle, 30 quid, 31 quid.
Yeah, it was definitely 40 odd quid the other day.
So maybe you could fucking... I can't see how much it is because I've already bought it. That's crazy how that's held its value like that, though.
It's a sick game.
It is a very good game. I'm surprised.
Yeah.
Has it?
40 quid. 40 PlayStation Store, 44.99.
That's crazy, you know. That is crazy. Has it ever been replicated?
No. Not even close.
Does Ark come any? Is that no? No, because I've never played Ark.
Ark's more like if you die, you just go back to your spawn point.
Yeah,
You know, there's nothing they've got the stakes that high.
yeah.
There is nothing. There's nothing. I've never seen anything apart from something like Tarkov. But
I was about to say it was Escape from Tarkov.
But it's not like that's not open world, is it? It's like go into a mission, try to get stuff, extract, and then you're
Yeah.
out. This is like you are literally living off the land.
Yeah, this is your world.
So yeah, I don't think it's ever been replicated, and I just what they could do with that on like Unreal Engine or something. I can't believe they haven't been bought out and just gone like do this, but on a massive scale, please.
I would love to see that run on a different engine, and yeah, the graphics beefed up to fucking 4K, like what most graphics.
Just
is
imagine
now.
that in The Last of Us, like graphics.
Yeah, yeah. it'd
Like
be
Last
crazy,
of Us
wouldn't
2,
it? Yeah.
world graphics, whatever, but with DayZ's whole mechanics.
I wonder if you
That'd be
can.
incredible.
Why hasn't DayZ been bought out? Hasn't DayZ? Fucking hell, if I could type. Been bought out. Oh no, that was the wrong question to ask, wasn't it? Because it's just asking if people should buy it or not. What, Dean Hall sold DayZ a long time ago to... Oh, it was sold before, was it?
I don't know, Jeff.
Let's have a look. Blah, blah, blah. he would start the game up and then leave after getting 2 million people buying the game. It also seems very strange. This has not been addressed in any of the gaming news sites. This is from 2014 though, so it was a long time ago. We'll stay for the rest of the year, then leave and go back to the army. Is that just the person who originally made it, then sold it later on? How much did Dean Hall walk away with? Did the money we paid for DayZ standalone go into Dean Hall's pocket, and how much of that did? I mean, blah blah blah.
I think he was like the mod creator, I think, wasn't he? Because it was just a mod of Armour 2. It was a mod of that, and then it was. Yeah,
it was a mod, and then they made it into a standalone, and then you have what you have today. It has to have made an absolute fortune.
Oh, it's made millions and millions and millions. And the modding community on the computer, on the PC,
on the old computer,
is what keeps it fucking ticking along massively. But console scrubs like me can still have a lot of fun with it. I'm not really one for modded stuff anyway. I like just normal stuff. Apart from things like Baldur's Gate, which I'm very excited about. Also very sad about the Baldur's Gate news. They said they've cancelled the DLC expansions and all that stuff. They're not doing that no more.
Why?
Because they feel like... Why is that funny? Why are you laughing at my sadness?
I don't know. It's just my reaction. Why? Why have they cancelled that?
Because...
Oh, no.
They said it's a story with a beginning, middle and end.
Yeah.
They're very content with the story that they told.
Yeah.
The natural pivot is to do an expansion because of,
the love for the game.
Yeah, and how much money they'd make.
Yeah.
But they started the expansion, and then he said he felt like their heart just weren't in it. And they were just doing it to do it, and they didn't want to do it for that reason. So they've stopped it.
That is very admirable.
But also, even worse than that...
Go on.
They're not doing Baldur's Gate 4. They said they're not doing the Baldur's Gate 4. They've completely left the Dungeons and Dragons stuff.
Yeah.
Given it back to Wizards of the Coast, Hasbro, whatever. It's yours now. And they're moved on. So there will be no Baldur's Gate.
What a absolute fantastic thing to do.
No, it is good, but it's also sad.
Because that is so... I am me type. Like, let me enter this world and then make possibly one of the best games that will go down in history for all of our lives, and then just completely leave the genre. Mm-hmm. Let me make the best game that you will ever play in your life currently, and possibly in the late future. This is the best RPG that you will ever play in your entire meaningless existence, and then just leave it and go on to something else.
Yep.
Make a mobile game or something like that with ads.
Fuck that.
Well, I wonder why they would choose to do that then. I mean, don't get me wrong, I find that very non-AAA, caring more about having your heart in the development of a product rather than just thinking of the money. Because if you made Baldur's Gate 3 DLC and Baldur's Gate 4, they could both be relatively shit and you're still going to make a lot of money out of it.
Oh, for sure.
So to turn around and go, basically say, we're not going to make a decent product because our hearts aren't in it, so we're just not going to do it. I find that quite nice from a developer point of view.
Oh, I do. I completely see why they've done it. It's just sad.
I wonder why their heart's not in it though, because what a successful game. If you've made Baldur's Gate 3, surely as a developer you would be riding an absolute high because of how fucking well received that game was. No?
Yeah, for sure. But they've worked on it for so long, you know. It's done. Here you go. This is what was said. Larian Studios won't make Baldur's Gate 3 DLC expansions or Baldur's Gate 4. The developer is moving away from D&D. This is from IGN. It was recently. It was only the other day. At Games Developers Conference GDC panel today, Larian Studios founder Sven Vink dropped something of a bombshell by revealing the developer isn't planning to release any expansions or DLC for Baldur's Gate 3 nor Baldur's Gate 4. Instead, Vink said at the panel, Larian plans to move away from Dungeons and Dragons entirely and do something new, leaving the IP in publisher Wizards of the Coast's hands. It's a big surprise considering the massive success of Baldur's Gate 3, with many fans assuming a DLC or expansion was on the way. Larian has released several major free patches that have added, among other things, a playable epilogue party. Larian has also commented about the possibility of doing a DLC in the past, speaking to IGN at Gamescom in 2023. Senior product manager at Larian Studios, Tom Butler, said they had discussions on doing more for Baldur's Gate 3, although they were more focused on patches then. We'll carry on patching for a while, and then we're all going to take a holiday, and then we'll figure out what we do next, Butler said at the time. But at the moment, we genuinely have discussions. We want to do more. We don't know what yet. Beyond that, however, Larian has never officially said more Baldur's Gate 3 was on the way, as previously mentioned, though plenty of new content has been added to the hit RPG since last year's August launch, and there's so much in the massive game already that the physical edition comes on 4 discs. Developers are currently working on a robust and cross-platform mod support plan to accommodate additions from the community as well. The first and second Baldur's Gate games were developed by BioWare. Before Baldur's Gate 3, Larian was best known for developing the Divinity series. It seems like Larian's next project could be another Divinity entry. In an interview with IGN shortly before the release of Baldur's Gate 3, Vince said a Divinity Original Sin sequel was definitely on the horizon, but the team needed to work through Baldur's Gate 3 first. It's unclear if Hasbro, which owns Wizard of the Coast, will look to another developer for a potential Baldur's Gate 4. Don't you dare. But the property has no doubt been hugely successful for them. It was revealed last month that Hasbro has made a whopping $90 million off of Baldur's Gate 3. In addition to the financial success, Baldur's Gate 3 has been a huge hit among fans and critics as well, winning the top prize at last year's Game Awards and getting a 10 out of 10 from several outlets, including IGN. Elsewhere on the panel, Vink also showed off early versions of various characters, including a very different Astarion. So what's happened since that is like loads of fans have just gone like to Bulu and just like, because no one has any faith. I don't know because I'm not in that world, but no one has any faith in Wizards of the Coast, which is the owner of Dungeons and Dragons, who are also owned by Hasbro or something, which is where I buy all my Star Wars figures for. The only thing that I like that's coming from that, I hope, is Hasbro are going to go, well, we've got all these characters that everyone loves. Let's make loads of figures. Yes, please. Because I'll snap every single fucking one of them up. Every one. And I'll make them make.
Let's make a Starion with fucking titties and stockings on. Boom.
Well,
Raindolo.
Astarion was originally supposed to be like a little dwarf, apparently, little dwarf vampire or something. But they back on that.
I'm quite the oracle, I think, when it comes to telling the future with gaming. So far, I haven't been wrong. If you take a brief minute to go back over the 86 episodes that we've released to the public eye,
only 81 apologies.
It's a low blow that weren't necessary, but we'll fucking skirt over it. Everything that I've said so far, predicted, has come to fruition. Okay, and my latest one is how everything's going digital. Okay, well actually no. My latest one is how everything's going to have microtransactions because you Dragon's Dogma fucking fanatics seem to be okay with them being introduced into a single-player game that costs 70 quid base. But we'll skirt over that as well. I'm going to go out and say that Baldur's Gate 4 will indeed be a game that is created, and it will be awful because it will be constantly compared to Larian, and it won't be as good.
Let's skirt back. No one's saying that microtransactions in Dragon's Dogma is okay.
No, you are.
They're not a problem.
You are. I'm saying you because you're firmly in the grasp of that game. The whole community's fucking for it. You love it. It's fine.
It is fine. No one. It's fine because no one wants to buy them and no one needs to buy them. They're not. In every single Capcom game, there is microtransactions in single-player games. No one kicked up this much of a stink about Devil May Cry having transactions in it for a single-player game.
Yeah, but Devil May Cry was dog.
No, it wasn't. Everyone loves Devil May Cry. So what difference does it make? Because Dragon's Dogma is big, all of a sudden it's an issue.
Because it's not fair. We're in a world of greed.
But go and look at all the people that have finished the game and are saying, just ignore everything about microtransactions because...
Yeah, but that's just what a fanatic would say. That's right. You've been brainwashed.
You've never played it, so you've
been brainwashed. That is exactly what a fucking... can't think of the word. That's what a lover would say. It's fine.
But it's neither here nor there. Like,
It's fine.
I'm playing Final Fantasy Online or World of Warcraft. I play them and then play them as essentially single player games. So I'm not interacting with anyone. So what's the difference in buying stuff in there or paying a sub? There's no difference really. If Dragon's Dogma was designed in a way where it was monotonous and you felt like you had to fast travel and they were in there, I would agree.
Mm-hmm.
But the game is not designed like that. They shouldn't be in there, right? Full stop. I agree. But they are in there. What I'm saying is you don't ever have to interact with them. If you want to buy them, that's on you. But no, the game is not designed in a way where it's forced upon you.
That's the issue I have with it. If you don't actually need to use them, which you don't, then get rid of them.
Yeah, no.
Why are they there then?
Because some suckers will buy them.
That's what I'm saying. It's greed.
Yeah, of course it is.
It's greed.
Of course it is, but it doesn't make the game bad. It's just a shitty monetization.
Yeah, I know. I don't have the opinion that it makes the game bad at all. I think the reviews against the game itself are unnecessary because you're digging at a game that is ultimately a very decent game. I just think if it's so you don't need to pay attention to it, which you obviously don't, because I've read enough on it and seen enough on it that you don't need to purchase the microtransactions. It's simply the act of putting them in the game when you really, really don't need them because they're not a cosmetic that you're buying. It's something that you can just earn in game. Fucking get rid of it.
For sure. But it's also the horrible case of, do you think the developers put this in? Or do you think
of course they fucking do, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they've made a fantastic game.
Which is
reviewed amazingly, but is also reviewed horribly on Steam because of the microtransactions.
Which is, again, what we've said before, where it's the developer that gets the fucking flack when it's not the developer's fault, we assume. It's the fucking bigwigs above them that are saying we want a little bit more money out of this, fucking throw that in there. But it's not the bigwigs that are getting the flack, it'll be the people that made the game.
Exactly. But the game, therefore, is not designed like that because the developers didn't design it like that. And these microtransactions were probably tacked on at the end because, let's have it right, Dragon's Dogma 1 had them in. Every single Capcom game in existence has got microtransactions. All the Resident Evils have got microtransactions. All fucking Devil May Cry's got, they've all got them. But for some reason, they've gone, no, Dragon's Dogma, you can't do that. I know you did it in the last one, but we didn't care about that one. We care about this one.
Was it cosmetics in the last one?
No, it's the same shit. It was the same port crystals and all that crap. And then they released, so you get a fairy stone, yeah, which takes you back to like a town, like where you've activated a port crystal. Then you get the port crystals, which you can place around. You can have up to 10 or whatever. You place them where you want,
between them,
right? But you can then teleport to them, but then you can't teleport back, if you know what I mean, unless you've put one where you've teleported from, right?
Like a link.
So you're putting your own teleportation systems around where you want them. But like the game is not designed to do that. However, in the original, when they released the expansion, Dark Arisen, they gave you a fairy stone which was unlimited use. Right? And you can get that, as far as I've seen, in Dragon's Dogma 2. And they've also added in the latest update, like 99 metamorphosis fucking things you can buy from the vendor now, which is the character change thing. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Because the developers don't want this. They're like, we've created a great game. Everyone's really happy with it. And of course, the fucking microtransactions have stitched us. So let's patch some stuff into, like, you know.
I'd love to imagine there's like a board meeting with the people that are like the money people, saying you need to add these microtransactions, and they've done that, and then the developers have gone, well, we've done what you've asked, and now we've just sort of here's a little loophole that we worked in, and then imagine another board meeting where they're going, you can't keep doing this, and they're going, no, we will keep doing this. We've done what you wanted to do. Now we're doing what we want to do.
But yeah, I inherently agree with you. I don't want them in there for sure. I think it does a lot more harm than good, because some people will look at the reviews of Dragon's Dogma and go, only on Steam, and just see mostly negative and just be like, well, no, shit game then.
Because the reviews on Steam are predominantly negative, which is, like I say, I've never digged at the game. It's just the microtransactions involved are just fucking annoying. It just seems very stupid.
Yeah, and they've done themselves more harm than good. But at the same point, it's not going to be the developers. On that, I'd put my house on. Just can't see it being them. And yeah, but the gameplay itself, fucking 10 out of 10, fantastic.
Yeah, the old fucking mixed reviews is what it's got.
It was mostly negative, so they've pulled that back a bit.
45,250. What's the fucking... This person's got 16.3 hours on record. They'd only played 4.6 hours at the time of writing their review. I love that the reviews on Steam do that, though, so you can actually see where... Because I kind of think you have to play between the 10 to 20 hour mark of a game standard to get any kind of bearing on whether the game's for you or not.
Take that into a pinch of salt when it comes to Final Fantasy Online.
Yeah. Final Fantasy Online, you need a good 100 hours in before you decide whether this is for you or not. But I feel like that's a standard default for if you can work out if a game's decent or not. I think if you have to put in any more than 20 hours to like the game, then the game's probably not for you. Under certain circumstances, obviously, I know there are some games where it might be a bit different, like Final Fantasy. So yeah, I like that Steam actively puts the hours that you've put into the game. I didn't know it actually put a review time in it.
Yeah, that's very cool.
I thought it was just the hours that you had on record, and it says, what's this one? Was putting together a compatibility guide for playing the game under Linux/Steam Deck, which required me to use the various blah, blah, blah. Apparently, each of these counted as... Oh, it's just some fucking nerd.
Moaning about some stats.
The game itself is fantastic, but I cannot recommend it given the huge performance issues. Wait and see if they fix it before buying it. To be fair, on PC, it did have...
Yeah, I've seen that. Awful, yeah. For sure.
Character stuck in the floor, can't reload as it auto-saved, can't delete character and make a new one, off to a really bad start. Edit, I fixed it. There is in fact a way to delete the save game and start over here. Oh, that's having to go into actual... Yeah.
Also, they've added a new game character and stuff like that. So I just think, like I say, the performance issues, yeah, they need to sort that out, but they will sort that out, innit? So that's cool. The microtransactions, just ignore them. You know, I don't know why you would ever buy them, but some people will, and they'll get some more pound notes in their pockets.
What's this good review? You'll never wonder where a ladder is again.
Yeah, because the pawns are... Master, I've spotted a ladder. Master! That ladder looks sturdy. I'm like, it's funny, and it's even more hilarious for me.
Yeah.
Because I can just levitate.
Yeah,
so they're like, there's a ladder, there's a chest up there, and I'll just go, I've already got it, mate. I'm flying, essentially. You know what I mean? They're like trying to climb up hills and jump over mountains, and I'm just like...
Up I go. Can you pick them up and levitate with them, or are they like too heavy for you to be able to do it? Have you not tried it? I have not tried that, but that is a good idea. I saw someone yesterday couldn't reach a chest, so they picked their pawn up and threw them up there. Yeah. So can they loot it for you?
Yeah,
that's very clever.
I threw someone in the sea the other day because they were winding me up.
You saw the tentacles fucking eating them.
Mouthing off, bro, and they fucked me off, so I just launched them in the sea.
I saw someone get slapped by a kid, and then they did some kind of big spell that like levitated them up and just fucking sent them into a mountain. And she just looked at the camera and she was like, quest complete, and then fucking carried on. So that's fantastic.
Right, honestly.
I don't know why the kid slapped her. She just walked past and the kid slapped her across the face. And she was like... And then, just like went into a spell book or something and just fucking sent this kid off a mountain.
Yeah, that's funny.
So that's done.
Yeah, it's a fantastic game. But yeah, back to the original thing before we went off on a tangent. I think you're right as well. That's why I said no. I don't want Baldur's Gate to be made by anyone else. But the big wigs will go, hold on, we've fucking made millions here.
Yeah.
Let's
when
do
you
something.
see 90 million in profit, that's a very difficult... I would love it if it were what you were saying. If Hasbro just turned around and said, "No, let's just make a fucking action figure line for this, a load of collectibles." That's a very cool one because I feel like there's a lot of games that are screaming out for a collectible series, and very little get made unless it's Star Wars. There's very little in the action figure world outside of collector's editions where you can actually buy stuff. Collector's editions and Funko Pops. There's very little in terms of gaming that you can actually buy that aren't like custom made and stuff like that. So it would be nice for something like Hasbro to delve into that because that's also a market which I feel is untapped. After going to Comic-Con and seeing how much fucking fan-made stuff for Baldur's Gate there was is absolutely phenomenal. So that is a market that you could definitely fucking get into. And like we said before, something like Elden Ring is another market where you could really Bloodborne get in on some fucking collectible figures. So I hope they go down that route and not making getting a studio to make a Baldur's Gate 4, because it just won't stand up to the same level, I don't think.
They'd be crazy to not do action figures. I mean, they've got. I'm just about to finish the 6th book in that series, and then I'm going to start that, The Legends of Drizzt, which is another drow, but it's like 46 books long or some shit. So I'm going to start that, but they've actually got a Drizzt character on Hasbro figure, and he's from a book. So I can't see a world where they're not, because these characters are beloved. Like, everyone loves Astarion, Lae'zel, Shadowheart. Like, I'd buy every single one of them. Apart from that fucking geezer that started on me outside the Grove, man. Fuck him. He's dead, bro.
Connor was reading me an article last night, and it was saying that the woman that voice acted Lae'zel said that it was
best thing she's ever done.
Yeah, best thing that she's done out of anything that she's done, which I can get, because I have heard that voice acting games is a lot more fun and intricate than movies and series and stuff like that.
I also read that Baldur's Gate dialogue and cutscenes was longer than like the Lord of the Rings thing or something.
Yeah, it's long, man. It's a lot of shit.
Let me find out exactly what it said, because it was insanity when I read it.
But I'd love to compare the length, like the time of voice acting in Baldur's Gate to something like Elder Scrolls Online, because obviously that is all completely voice acted as well. So every single interaction that you have on that is voice acted. So I'd be interested to see how fucking side by side which one's the longest. But yeah, definitely longer than Lord of the Rings. Has to be.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I can't find it, but yeah, it's longer than Lord of the Rings trilogy uncut,
which is long. If you've ever watched them back to back, it's a long old fucking slog.
It's got more dialogue than fucking something else all combined. It's just mad. It's just an insane amount of thing. And like, I'm thinking, oh yeah, well it is quite long, and I did experience a bit. And then I think, hold on, I've experienced a fucking drop in the ocean. I see a geezer yesterday on Twitter, and if I see something on Twitter, I normally like and retweet it just because I forget, and I like to go back and look at it. He said, I may be obsessed, and then posted a screenshot of his Baldur's Gate 3 playtime. 812 hours. Single player RPG.
It's a lot of time, isn't it?
812 hours.
Because obviously you forget as well, before it fully released, obviously they had access to Act 1 for a very long time. So, and that playtime crossed over to when it fully released as well. So you had people spending a long time doing Act 1 back to back.
This is his PlayStation playtime. I mean, you couldn't get it on the PlayStation.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
But he also said in the comments, please bear in mind, I also had early access to Act 1.
Yeah.
And this is just on PlayStation, 812 hours.
So there'll be even more time thrown in onto that.
Yeah.
It's crazy, isn't it?
That's how much it... And like I say, the characters are so beloved. Everybody loves them. I can't wait to play it again.
Your value for money on that is what's fucking minimum wage now is like what? Or living wage is like £11 something an hour. Or £10 something. I can't... Something around that sort of thing. So you buy a game for 60 quid. Well, if you've enjoyed it for more than 60 hours... You know what I mean? If you're in the hundreds, you've definitely got value for money. You're talking fucking pennies on the hour is worth of fucking. This is your enjoyment.
Mate, I'll be playing this game for as long as I can. I love it, and I can't wait to play it again.
Yeah, because obviously you've got the added benefit of having now done a playthrough. You know the game. You know how the mechanics work. Blah 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 blah. You now get to go back and experience all the shit that you fucked up by killing everyone.
But I won't, because I'm doing a Dark Urge playthrough, which is, I think, pretty bad.
Even more evil.
Yeah, so, we'll see. But I'm excited to see what all the fuss is about with Astarion, because I never got to see it. And I won't take Lae'zel and Shadowheart with me no more, because I've done a whole playthrough with them. I'll take fucking the other couple that I'd
Mm.
never even met really.
Mm.
So I've got so much more content to do. I didn't even finish Lazelle's like companion quest thing, so I didn't even do all of her stuff. I had a Gif Yankee egg, which is her race. We got to take an egg from like an incubator.
Mm.
I never worked out what to do with it. I don't want to Google it, but it probably could have birthed a little Gif Yankee somehow. No
Something
idea.
decent.
I had a Necronomicon that I never managed to fully decipher. I'd trapped a Beholder in a fucking... There's so much stuff in there that is just... might seem small, but can lead on to so much. It's absolutely insane.
Yeah.
And I also want to play Divinity Original Sin 2, because I'd played that a long time before Baldur's Gate 3, and I got through Act 1. It's essentially the same, but for some reason didn't blow up the way Baldur's Gate 3 blew up.
Yeah.
It's essentially the same game, exactly the same mechanics, the amount of fucking dialogue and stuff, but it's not D&D, it's set in a fantasy world and stuff like that. So I'd like to go back and do that, because now I have a full understanding of the games and how they work entirely.
Properly figure it
For
out.
some reason, Baldur's Gate grabbed me so much more than Divinity. But now I have a full understanding of how the game works.
You've matured in yourself.
For sure. I'm going to go back and play Divinity, and then hopefully that will lead into Divinity Original Sin 3.
Just quickly, did you know that the jellyfish in Elden Ring have their own quest line?
No.
They've got their own quest line.
Fantastic.
And apparently you like start it off with the jellyfish summons, and it's got its own quest line.
Now you say that, now it does ring a bell. I don't think I ever...
I don't think I ever did it. I think I got the jellyfish summons like towards the end, and then it's got its own. I won't spoil it for you because I basically spoiled it for myself. But it seems quite interesting. Nice little bit of lore thrown into there.
Well, my current plan at the moment, finished Dragon's Dogma 2, although I know a lot of people are like finishing it in 30 hours and stuff like that, and I've played it for over 30 hours and I'm nowhere near finishing it. But I'm going into, there's a cave there, it's going to see what's in there. I fought some fucking sick monsters, Grim Reapers, and got some cool outfits and killed something. I've got a staff at the moment that's got like a fucking orb on it and it's always on fire. It's fucking nuts. I've still barely scratched the surface of that. So I want to finish Dragon's Dogma 2, and then I'm going to start my Elden Ring Mage, get him up to snuff, ready for... Because the reason I want to do it in between... I'll send you the video. In between level 100 and 150 is because I want to do PvP, and that's the sort of range people tend to stick at.
I wish I could tell you that I would join you on that venture, but I know I won't.
Yeah, it's all right.
Because I don't want to do it again.
Yeah, I don't blame you. But I haven't played it in so long.
I've got all my shit. Yeah,
you've been through that game 5-6 times. I've only done it once.
Yeah, I'm happy to jump back in and just relearn it very quick.
The thing is, I'm not going to do it all. I'm only going to go up to the point to beat Matey Bob.
Yeah,
I don't need to do it all.
I think you might need to do it all to get up to the point to beat Matey Bob.
No, because you can get there bare early. I know he's hard.
Yeah, it's in Caelid. You got to go through Caelid to get there.
No, you can. No, that's not how I got there. You can meet Matey Bob outside. You know the geezer that stands outside at the beginning?
Yeah, he can take you.
You speak to him, then you meet him up near the castle place on the hill. Then you have to go and get some maiden's blood on a handkerchief off of one of the maidens. Then he gives you a portal that you can access the thing.
Yeah, I took the long way around because at the beginning of my playthrough I killed that geezer.
Yeah, so did I.
Because he fucking hit me with his flower bouquet.
Yeah,
I had enough. But yeah, it's either Caelid or it's the underground section where you can get through to it. One I really can't remember.
It's the underground section because I got through there through a coffin off a blood waterfall. Because
that's the one.
I didn't know where I was.
Yeah. Because I watched the playthrough on how to do it. Yeah, through the coffins and all that shit. It's a lot of traversal to fucking get there.
Yeah, and I can't remember.
But then once you're there, there's a fucking what's the light respawn points called there? Bonfire. They weren't bonfires then though, were they? Campfires. Some
Shrine of Grace or something.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. But there's one fucking there.
So yeah, I want to do that. I'll just get up to where I need to get up to.
We tried to kill him together before.
Yeah, I know. He's so
and
hard.
then I did it on my own.
Yeah.
Because I realised
you've done it on your own before. I'd never been there. You took me to him.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, you took me to him.
Because I think I swear shit's fucking harder with a second person than it. Because when we
you tried to
we tried to do the Elden Beast together, didn't we?
Yeah, it was hard.
We'll call it there.
Yeah. That's my plan anyway.
Decent. All right. See you later, everyone. Uru.
Uru.